Hi, this is how to infuse oils with herbs and how to make baby oil naturally. I am Tina Monk. I am also the author of the Soap Making Handbook Volume 1. It's very important to use completely dry herbs or flowers. Fresh herbs contain water and the water doesn't mix with oil. It'll create a layer of sludge in your oil. Okay, and you also run the risk of mold and bacteria growing in there as well too. So if you pick fresh herbs or flowers like dandelions, pick the tops only. You want to rinse the bugs off and then allow it to dry for several days. You can also buy dry herbs and then know that the dried herbs are most potent the first year. So if you use them up that year, that's best. To do this, fill your jar 3/4 full of herbs and then fill the rest of the way with your choice of oil. I usually use olive oil, and then you're going to place the jar in a pot with a couple inches of water and make sure to have a towel or hot pad underneath just to keep the jar from breaking. And you're going to use low heat and leave it for 3 to 4 hours on that low heat. You don't want to use high heat because you can actually burn the herbs and so make sure you're using really low heat. And for the baby oil, I am actually using calendula and chamomile here, but you have so many options of herbs that you can do. I just picked some dandelions the other day that are drying right now. But after the 3 to 4 hours, you want to take the jar off and just let it cool uncapped, and then after it's cool you can cap it. And you can actually still leave the herbs in the oil, and they can just keep infusing and getting a little bit stronger. But I do have a really nice tip. If you do the jar like this, you can actually wrap the top with cheesecloth and then use a rubber band to secure it, and then you can pour out and measure the oil as needed. So it's kind of get a little bit of oil that comes dripping down, but it's so much easier just to leave the oils in there and use a cheesecloth to pour out the oil, and then all the herbs stay in there. So you get to see Kimber, my dog, laying there to the left in this video. They always have to come in and check out, see what I'm doing in the kitchen. An alternative to the heat infusion is to just place the lidded jar filled with your oil and herbs in a sunny windowsill and leave for 6 weeks. We don't get a whole lot of sun here in Iowa, and I normally don't have that type of patience that I'm going to wait for that. But you totally can. You can do it that way as well, so you do not have to use the heat. You can just leave it sit. It'll still be just as fine and still be just as infused. It just takes a little bit longer that way. But making baby oil like this is a much better option to the store-bought baby oil, which is mineral oil. And you can Google all of that stuff. This is the start of my natural baby products videos. I wanted to get this information out there because I do see a lot of questions in my Facebook group, Soap Making and Business Coaching, about how to infuse oils correctly. So I wanted to make sure that I went over this. I mean, you can use oil infusions for your soap, any type of products, just whatever, your heart's content, pretty much. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching. And please like and subscribe and share.